to fight off this attack if he wants to stay in this game. Obviously, Zerg cannot reinforce, though, so this attack may actually end. There's one siege tank. Will it go down? The SCVs cannot repair it. Instead, they're deciding to get a full surround on some of these roaches, stopping them from kiting around, while more Marines in the back are doing some damage. Unfortunately for them, however, the roaches were able to get out and not be completely surrounded. That one, however, was not meant for this world, as the roaches are now forced to retreat. Oh man, RainBOwRAZER saved the day with that one, man. Good thing he had so many darn SCVs. Obviously, he's going to have to get some of those back on gas in just a minute, but we'll keep an eye on the bases. Right now, he's still not expanding. He is focusing all his attention on just getting his army up. He's not building SCVs, not building a second command center, nothing. This is pretty much going to be it for him. As we see actually down here, while that fight took place, a Marine force, 3 Marines and 1 medevac came down here and actually killed this expansion. Wasn't really too exciting. Obviously, he just burned down the expansion, and that was that. So nice counterattack while the roaches were up here in the Terran base. I would rewind, but I mean, I saw it on the minimap, and I'm just like, okay, well, I saw that dropship go down there with the Marines, and, nothing else reinforced it, so that's just going to be that. Drones are finally transferring back here from Zenith's main base. Good stuff indeed. Got to get that extra gas there, especially if he wants to have those mutas. Obviously, the Spire is now complete. 7 mutas are on the way. He is sitting pretty darn low on gas right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. He'll definitely have to focus on, I think he got a spawning pool back up already, but it's very low indeed. So that gas is going to be building up there. And looking up at the base, still no command center. He's focusing on going back out, actually. Got a bunch of medevacs now, looking pretty good. Be able to heal up those Marines. A couple siege tanks as well. The question is, what's going to happen when these mutas enter the game? So far, obviously they were just built a minute ago. Haven't really shown their face to RainBOwRAZER. I don't even actually think he knows about it. No, he does not. So we see that mutas are coming in here to the back of the main base. SCVs are obviously very bored right now as the command center does head out. Meanwhile, the Terran forces down here are going to be walking right over the creep. The Zerg player does know they are coming at this point. Obviously, he can't land just yet to do a scan while the SCVs are having their way with those, or the Mutalisks are having their way with the SCVs. Oh, but look at this. Roach is moving, catching the Terran way out of position. Siege tanks were not up, able to snipe one of those right off the bat as a couple more Marines, very lucky indeed, running right past those Roaches, who are now heading up to the Terran base. I think what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a full-on base race. SCVs are now hiding, took the long way around, managed to avoid the Roaches, while the Terran is actually losing his base right here. There goes the command center to the Roaches and the Mutalisks. Meanwhile, the Marines are making their way up to the top of the ramp here, are going to have their way with the main Zerg base. Obviously, the Spires here, the Roach Warren. This is going to really shut down Zerg's ability to produce an army. Marines have a nice spread on the lair where the drones are actually coming in here, but the SCVs are coming in from the rear as well. They are here to apparently just observe the Marines killing the drones. That is good enough for me, man. I'll tell you what, those SCVs have definitely earned their keep working overtime up at this mineral field, which, despite all the SCVs, still was not depleted. I can't believe that. Anyway, so the Terran player is pretty much losing his base at this point. Good idea lifting that off. Obviously, the Roaches cannot do damage to units or buildings in the air. So we are seeing, obviously, the Zerg player cannot lift those buildings off. I'm sure if he would pop that Spire right out of the ground and float it right down here. Unfortunately, that is not in the case. However, as the Marines are finishing off these structures and are moving down towards the natural expansion, even the SCVs are coming in here and doing some damage. I'll tell you what, they do 5 damage, 1.5, a second attack speed. Still pretty good, but I'll tell you what, when you got so many of those things, they can definitely earn their keep. Terran is in a very awkward position at this point. You see, he's floating his buildings all over the map. One there, one here. He's obviously going just all around, going to try to live as long as possible. So now what we have here, we'll look at the army. We have 59 to 46. We have 1 hatchery up here. Pretty defensible position. Obviously, some nice choke points right here. And the Roaches are now retreating. He has got to defend this hatchery at all costs. So at some point, these armies are going to have to fight each other, as the SCVs and the Marines are actually going up through the backside of the ramp. I think, yeah, sure enough, he does know what's going on. He sees this is the last stand right here. And the only thing is, it's kind of weak from this point, so I'm really looking to see what's going to happen here. Oh, but the Roaches are moving in here to the Marines. Will they be able to get these siege tanks? I think if they decide to, they can. Oh, there goes 1 siege tank right there. Will they be able to get the second one? I think they will. Yes! Now all the Terran player has left, Marines and a few medevacs, compared to the Mutalisks and the Roaches. Look at this. They're actually coming in here, stimming and taking down the hatchery. Will they be able to get it? No, it does not look like it. He is going to defend with the Marines, taking out a bunch of those mutas, going to try to snipe those as long as possible before running out. He does not want to lose those. That's all he has right now. That in some very, very brave SCVs and one lone Marine up here. Meanwhile, you can see he is actually trying to run away. One muta is at 30 hit points, the other one 83. He has just got to live as long as possible. He's got to do anything he can to live and take out that hatchery. Obviously, the Zerg player wants to keep those mutas alive for as long as possible. They are the only way that the Zerg player will be able to win this. And now the SCVs and Marine are coming in here to the hatchery. Are they going to be able to take it down? Oh my god. If this is how this game ends, I have to say, amazing game indeed. Look at it, going down to 500 hit points. Obviously, the mutas can come here and range or DPS down the SCVs and the Marines. And then they will be able to go hunt down buildings once again. Oh, the hatchery is safe. 345 hit points. Oh, man, this is an exciting game indeed. Let's see what's going to happen here. 3 Marines for the Terran player and 3 medevacs. Stim pack research obviously complete. So 9 to 17. Oh man, this is a good game indeed. I cannot wait to see what happens here. Will the Zerg player find these structures? He is burning down one right now on the top of the ramp, or on the top of the map rather. He's going to have to get that one burning and then go down and find the next one, which is right here. These buildings are about as far apart as possible right now. Terran is moving out with the 3 Marines and dropships, going to be going through the back entrance here, where he will meet the roaches. He's going to have to be careful and make sure he does not show his card right now. Obviously, one slip up will draw the attention of the mutalisks, force them to come back in here and deal with the Marines, rather. He does see the roaches, so he's going to come around. Let's see, looks like he's going to make his way down here, maybe, or try around the other side. Hanging out at this expansion. I'll tell you what, man, this suspense is driving me nuts. I want to see what happens here. Starport is going down to the 2 mutas who are regenerating their hit points. Oh, here come the Marines stemmed up. Will they be able to get this down in time? No, they will not. The roaches were very quick to respond. One drone here as well. Obviously, no anti-air, so these medevacs can run around without any difficulty whatsoever. Marines are dropping down here at the bottom of the cliff. They are stemming, and they're actually going to try to do some damage to the roaches themselves. Oh, look at this nice micro bringing them back. Let's keep an eye on everything what's going on here, as well as maybe the hatchery. Yeah, we'll just watch all this right here. We'll see what happens. I think this could be the deciding point in the game right here. We'll keep an eye on it, though. These 2 mutas are still hanging out, keeping an eye for structures. Got to find that. Hatchery is 277, 240. Roach is still running around trying to get some range here. Obviously, the Marines have pretty good range, 5 compared to Roach's 4. But he's got to watch out. Those Marines are super weak when you compare to the firepower of the Roaches there at the top of the cliff. Hatchery at 198. Muta's still running around trying to kill those structures. He is coming back now. Obviously, he wants to try to defend. He realizes the situation he's in as RainBOwRAZER is still going back and forth. Roaches are going the very long way around this base. He has got to do something right now. Hatchery at 179, 69. Oh my god, this could be it. He could actually take this game with these 3 Marines. 41, 26, 11. That's game right there, ladies and gentlemen. RainBOwRAZER, the winner on Xel'Naga Caverns. What a epic match indeed. I do hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. Oh man, I think I actually need to go lay down for a bit. That was so freaking intense. Alright, well that is going to be it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.